What's that noise? Hey, what are you doing? Well, hello to you too, Sally. This here is a live demonstration of the Tree Cutter 5000. Is that a chainsaw? It's so small. Well, you know what old Pappy used to say about chainsaws? It's not the size of your Tree Cutter 5000 that matters. It's how you use your Tree Cutter 5000, patent pending, made in the USA, guaranteed for life, no returns. I didn't know your Pappy, but I'm willing to bet he never said that. Well, the fact remains that this here child's toy, Tree Cutter 5000, is about to take down this here plant thing. Stand back. That's not gonna, oh my God, it's cutting the tree. Yeehaw! No, my car.
It is lodged right into that car there, crushing its windshield and falling into power lines.
So today we're gonna be doing a completely unfair comparison, but it's also a necessary comparison. So what happened was a little while back, I owned the baby DeWalt 20 volts, 12-inch electric chainsaw, and I was cutting down a tree, as you do with it. It was a small tree because it was a baby chainsaw, but it bit the dust. And I was pretty disappointed because this was the first DeWalt tool I think I had that ever really bit the dust for no reason. It was maybe like 4 years old, but I'd only used it maybe a dozen times, and I traced the problem back to the control board. The control board went bad, and you can't buy new ones. So I had to ditch that one, and I was in the market for a new chainsaw. So my question was, do I go with another electric chainsaw that bit the dust, or do I go with a gas chainsaw that, you know, people have used for centuries, I'm pretty sure? So today we are going to be pitting my brother's gas chainsaw. This is the STIHL, what is this? M5170. It is a 16-inch chainsaw with, you know, an engine, gas engine. And it is going up against the DeWalt 60 volt lithium ion chainsaw. So I was actually planning on buying a chainsaw almost exactly like this, but as fate happens sometimes, I was going down an aisle at Home Depot and they had it closed off for forklift operations. And I went down the next aisle and this guy was sitting right there. I actually didn't know they made the 60 volt FlexVolt version of this tool, so picked it up and today we're gonna try it out. So this is the tool only version, meaning it doesn't come with a battery, but that's okay because if you've been paying attention to our channel for a while, you know that we have a yellow and black problem and I have plenty of batteries sitting around. And before we get into this, yes, I know STIHL does make their own electric chainsaw these days, and it's actually supposed to be pretty good, but as I mentioned, we have a black and yellow problem around here, so I didn't want to have a different type of battery for just a chainsaw, and then that battery would never be charged. I always have my DeWalt batteries charged and ready to go, so for me, it just made more sense to go with the DeWalt instead of the STIHL, which I do like STIHL. They're a really good brand, but just not for an electric chainsaw. So to get the DeWalt set up, we're gonna put in some bar and chain oil, and this is actually one of the things I did not like about my 20 volt version that I had before. They have this chinchy little, I don't know, like cap to come off, and the way you get it off is this little plastic tab that folds up. And in my first one of these, it broke the very first time I used it. Like I didn't even have to put much pressure on it at all. This one hasn't broken yet, but just the design of this on the DeWalt version is bad. So if you're choosing your electric chainsaw, maybe down a point for DeWalt, but as I said, I had no other choice, so here we are. The only thing left to do to set it up is to slap in a battery. It's that easy. Well, you might want to also take the cover off. That's a good sound. And so that I think is a lot easier than starting a gas chainsaw because you have to go first, you have to mix your gas, you have to pour oil into the gas to make it 2-cycle gas, you have to pour your gas in, you have to wipe up all the gas you spilled, and then you have to find the primer bulb, I don't think this one has one, and pull for, I don't know, approximately 5 to 35 minutes to get it to start. Remember what I said about spilling the gas everywhere? Can't prevent it, it just happens. So this one actually started really nicely, way better than like the 20-year-old one I had before. So still not as easy to set up as electric though. You just press a button. So point to electric for this one. So size, let's talk about size. They always say it doesn't matter, but in this case, I think it does. So both of these are 16-inch chainsaws, but as you can see, the gas chainsaw is actually smaller than the electric, which I'm pretty surprised about. I thought, you know, being electric, just having a battery, not a gas engine in there, it'd be a lot smaller, more compact. But in this case, I think we're gonna have to say, point to the gas for being compact. Weight, I did not go to the gym today, so we're gonna do a few reps and see how this plays out, but I can already tell the electric chainsaw, even though they're similar in size, electric is lighter. So if you're gonna be using this a long time, probably wanna be using this instead of this. Point for electric. So I think we need to test what this is really for, which is cutting stuff. And to make things completely fair, I got a brand new chain for the STIHL here. So they will be cutting as best they can. Fresh battery for the DeWalt. So we should be pretty evenly matched. Well, as far as you can match up a gas and electric chainsaw. So for our cutting test, we have just the thing over here. The previous homeowners left me this tree stump because they knew at some point I would be doing a video about chainsaws. And it's not because they were lazy and didn't want to take their tree stump with them, right? Yeah, so we're gonna be cutting this up. I know it's bigger than the chainsaws can cut, but it'll be a good test for battery and gas and see what they can get through. Ants, there's ants. All right, so we're gonna start with the gas chainsaw. I'm gonna attempt to cut off like I don't know, maybe about a 2-inch chunk of this tree trunk. Maybe later I can make a nice table out of it, I don't know. We will start a stopwatch from the moment I attempt to start this, and then stop it whenever we're done cutting and see what we get. Ready, set, go. Well, that didn't go as planned. So I was just cutting for like, I don't know, a minute and a half, and we barely made it, I don't know, an inch into the tree trunk. And you can see it's starting to dull the blade already, and this is a brand new blade. So I don't know if this tree stump has just been sitting for so long that it started to petrify or what, but I guess for our tree stump test, maybe we will take the electric chainsaw, make another line, go for a minute and a half, see if we get any further. All right, minute and a half starting now. I know there's times when you're watching a video and it's pretty clear that the person doing the demonstration has absolutely no idea what they're doing. Put the chain on backwards on the STIHL. That's probably why it wasn't cutting. Yeah, so we made it through the entire tree trunk in less than a minute and a half. So we're gonna have to do this again right after I finish this pickle beer, because when you fail at something on our channel, you punish yourself with a pickle beer, and this is one of the bad ones. This is wrong way, right way. So now that I've done an entire beer, I'm gonna try and cut through this piece of wood as fast as I possibly can with 2 different chainsaws. Ready, set, go. So yes, I do still have all of my fingers and toes. Thanks for caring. So gas chainsaw, approximately a minute and 20 seconds to get through the tree stump. Electric chainsaw, a minute and 5 seconds. And it was pretty apparent as I was using them which one was gonna win. So if you notice in the video, the gas chainsaw, it would bog down. When you got down deep in the trunk, it would start to slow down. Sometimes the chain even completely stopped. You have to let up and go and let up and go. The electric chainsaw, this thing just kept going. That did, however, take an entire bar on our battery. So if you're a lumberjack, I'm betting that over the long term, the gas one's probably gonna be the one you're gonna wanna go with, because you're gonna be able to get more runtime out of it overall. If you're just doing small jobs though, I think the electric's probably the way to go. So we're gonna give a point to the electric for the tree stump test. However, this is not the most important test that we can perform. There is one more that we must do. is, which chainsaw makes a better ham sandwich? Gas or electric? Ugh. Turns out they're both terrible. They both taste like wood and bar and chain oil. So, would I buy the electric chainsaw again over the gas? I think the answer for me is yes, because I have a lot of batteries. They're easy to set up and use when you need them. Less maintenance than a gas chainsaw, and it just makes a better sandwich. See you later.
It smells like gas in here. What's all this over here?
That's ham.
Oh my god, it made it all the way to the hut.
Yeah.
All over.
But the dogs are loving it. They like it.
Oh my god. Look at that chair.
Am I in trouble?
Yes.